All right, guys, we're back. Dolor X Amor Podcast number 6. Our guest again, our best friend Edmundo Garza.
Howdy.
So, real quick, bro, we're watching the series where Dodgers are down, or Dodgers are up 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, they're currently playing.
Yeah.
Who are you going for?
Yankees, bro. Sadly.
Yankees?
Yeah. I'm a Yankees fan, bro.
Yeah, but they're getting spanked, bro.
I know, bro, but it's whatever.
Everybody's asking me, who are you going for? I'm like, nah, I don't know, bro. I just wanted to keep going more, especially because I feel like since the Dodgers are up so bad, they're up so good, it's like a blowout. And I feel like that's not what a World Series is supposed to look like.
Game 7 is where
it's supposed to go like, that's what makes it like a World Series game.
Yeah.
But right now it's like, Dodgers are winning by so much. So
it just feels kind of like a regular series game. You're just like, man, like they're losing, they're gonna get swept or whatever. So
yeah. I wanted to ask you one of the things that I want to ask you last time. Mm-hmm. What has been the best advice you've received in general, like in your whole life?
Ooh, damn, bro,
going quick with it, bro.
Do a fucking curveball, my Cecil.
Keep in mind, I didn't send him the messages or the questions.
I don't know
nothing,
any of these questions, so like that legit caught me off guard.
Yeah, I'm tired of sending him the questions. Everybody that's on my podcast is just gonna get hit with questions, bro. Like,
all right,
no more. Get ready for this answer. This
yeah.
No. So yeah, what has been the best advice you've received in your life so far?
Does it have to be from somebody else, or can it be like?
It could be like. Well, it has to be somebody telling you because you received it. Let's do a 2-part for this. What has been the best advice you've received from someone? And also, what has been the best advice you've seen, like in general?
Yeah.
So like it could be like on social media or whatever.
All right. So the best. All right. So the best advice I've received. Ooh, bro, that's tough. Damn, bro. Okay, I'm gonna come back to who's ever given me the best advice, but the kind of like a self advice would actually be because of this brand, bro, because of Dark Sport. So you remember the Tale of Two Wolves?
Yes.
Belize? So that one, like, I kind of reminisced in it myself because, like, long story short, it pretty much is like you choose what side to feed. So like there's I like that. So like good and evil,
Yes.
So you choose which wolf to feed. You want to feed into the good wolf and have good outcomes, or you want to feed into the bad wolf and have all these negative outcomes. So to me, that's like my own self advice type of thing that I was just like, oh shit, bro, like that makes so much sense, like if I give in to the negativity, which I used to be really, really negative and angry, bro. So that kind of was like the turning moment where I was just like, that's true, bro. Like the more I feed into the angry side, the more I'm gonna be the angry side.
Yeah.
So now I catch myself whenever I'm mad, like for example at work, and I'll just be like, dude, like it's a mat. It's got no feelings. ¿Qué ganas con enojarte, So that has to be the self-advice where I always remind myself, But I think the advice that I received was, I think it had to come from my grandma, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, like rest in peace.
Yeah.
So whenever, like she could always obviously tell when like something was wrong or whatever, right? So she would always like we would always sit down, like she'd always, like, so this is our table, right? I'd sit on like the head of the table and she'd be on her little corner right here, and we'd just sit down. Like I'd usually be eating. That's whenever we'd be at the table, when it'd be me and her, and we would just talk or whatever. And she would always tell me like, "Mijo, like, ¿por qué es tan enojón?" And just like be happy, like whatever happens, just let it go. Like it's not worth retaining anger, because then it affects you later on. And I have the canas to prove it. Yeah. So
at a young age.
I know, bro.
We're pushing 30, but
I know, bro. I started getting canas when I was like, I think I was like 14, bro. 13, 14.
Damn.
And now you look at my hair, and I'm just like, fuck, bro. Like,
he dyes it.
Nah,
just for men.
I should.
Just for men.
Sponsor. No, but yeah, I think my grandma was the one that gave me the best advice, bro. It's just like, pa qué tener rencor con algo que no vale la pena? Like, why ruin your whole day for like 2 minutes of anger or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
So, what about you?
Fuck with that. Igual como tú. I have the best. I feel like there's two, and the second one, okay. So the first one would be, I recently started getting this advice from, my fiance, family and stuff.
Yeah.
People have always told me, like, why do you usually try doing things by yourself? You're just making it a lot harder for yourself. And I said it before, and I'll say it again. Like, growing up, I feel like it was such a burden to ask for help, and I had to kind of dig myself out of my own holes. And I've gotten so used to just digging that it's kind of like an autopilot.
It's like second nature.
Yeah. So I kind of like, when I do stuff, like even setting up the podcast, I don't ask you for help, but I end up, ayudándome, like set up the tripods and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I never ask, but it's nice, and it is faster when you have people surrounding you and helping you.
Yeah.
And that's kind of something that I'm trying to rewire my brain, is to ask people for help instead of trying to do everything on my own.
Yeah.
Because it is true, like, you can only move so much. I forgot what the saying was, but you can only move so much rock, but it takes a village to move a mountain.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like that phrase is like really deep, and it connects to what people are telling me. Like, dude, if you need anything, let me know. And then I kind of like, I'm like, oh yeah, but I never ask. I never ask for help. So I feel like that's one of the best. Recently, one of the biggest advice I've gotten from people that I know. But I feel like overall, the best advice I've gotten is from God, and it's in the most fucked up way. It's don't take life for granted, because life is short, and time is indefinite. And what I mean by that is, this past year I've had so many family pass away, and you kind of get numb to the idea of, like, well, it's bound to happen. They're getting older. Like, a lot of my family members are older, but it just sucks to know, like, we're all gonna go down 6 feet under.
You don't know when, but
that's gonna happen. So it's kind of a way of God giving me that sign, like, hey, you know what, like, it may not be your time now, but it will be soon. And just live life to the best of your abilities, because you're not promised another day. And that's why I say, like, it's kind of fucked up to think about it that way.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's God giving me that lesson.
It's a harsh reality.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, it makes sense, because it's like us, we're young, right? Like, we never think kind of. Like, we never think like, oh, like, we're gonna step a foot outside tomorrow, and then, like, someone's gonna fucking run us over or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, it could happen, but I feel like,
especially in Arizona.
Yeah, I know. But I feel like we're wired to, like, oh, we're gonna get old and die.
Yeah.
It's never like, oh, it's gonna happen tomorrow type of thing.
An accident. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
which accidents happen, dude. It's fucked up.
As crazy as it is, but it happens a lot more than it should.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, fucking Destiny, bro. Final Destination type stuff.
I know, bro.
No, yeah, dude. But going into our next topic, bro. Has there ever been a time where you just are like, fuck it, I'm not gonna do what I'm doing right now. I'm just gonna, like, do the bare minimum, just kind of like quit on life?
Ooh, bro.
And I'm not talking about like suicide, because that's less like too deep, but
yeah. Where you kind of just are an autopilot.
You're just like, you know what? Like, you kind of give up on life, and you just like, no matter how hard you try, things never go in your favor.
Yeah.
And you're just like, you know what? Why am I trying so hard when I can just, do the bare minimum and live a bare minimum life?
Yeah.
Has there been times where that's hit you like
bro,
that?
It hits a lot, bro. Like, it still happens to this day.
Yeah.
So, like, because I'm the type of person where, like, I'll always say, like, oh, if you need help, let me know,
Yeah.
But I'm also like you, like, I don't like being helped, but I like helping somebody else. So I don't know, but that's kind of how, like, I was wired, is like, always help others, but it was never like, but have others help you,
Yeah.
But there's countless times, bro, where, like, for example, in relationships, like, that's probably number one for a lot of people. Work, Back home, bro, like there's been plenty of times where I'm just like, bro, like fuck this, bro. Like why am I trying so damn hard and I'm never gonna please everybody? But now it doesn't happen as much as it used to because, like what I said, like I'm trying to please everybody when I'm not pleasing myself.
Yep.
So I'm kind of getting better at like knowing when it's too much Ya me preguntó, oiga.
¿Qué dijiste?
Lost my train of thought, macizo.
Has there ever been times that you just want to quit?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. But yeah, it's been plenty of times, bro. Like I said, like relationships where like it's kind of one-sided, you know? Like one person's giving it their all and then the person's like kind of just you know? Mm-hmm. But also at home, it's just like, oh, like I try to do everything that like my parents say I have to do, or I try and like clean the house or dishes or help however I can, and it's not enough, and it's just like I'm causing myself more stress. I'm causing myself like feuds with family and stuff like that, and for what, you know? So like I kind of learned to gauge like what is a good amount.
Yeah.
Versus
overworking, overwhelming yourself,
like giving it 110%, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's been plenty of times, bro, but it's just like, damn, I think I should have prepared low key.
Why?
Because it's just like I feel under pressure low key.
Boom, that's what I wanted.
I know, but
Dolor X Amor Podcast.
I know.
No, it's
a good dynamic though.
It's good though, because the last thing I want is something to be rehearsed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
it's raw.
It lets them know that like these kind of questions don't be asked. These kind of questions aren't asked often enough.
Yeah.
Like people ask the right questions, but don't ask the questions that should be asked.
Yeah.
Because, dude, I know there's a lot of people out there that are like struggling every day. You know, I struggle day by day sometimes too, and it sucks. But I think the light to the end of the tunnel for this question would be finding your why. Mm-hmm. Because if you don't have a why, you're not gonna have the strength to continue going.
Yeah. With
whatever it is that you're doing.
Oh, that's deep.
Whether if it's you're trying to work out. Why do people have New Year's resolutions? To get fit.
Yeah, to get fit, to lose weight,
because
be healthier.
One, it could be a health issue. That's their why. Or they just want to look better, more self-esteem.
Yeah.
You know, you always everything that you do in life has to have a why. If it doesn't have a why, then why are you doing it?
Yeah.
Because
damn, bro.
It doesn't make sense.
You just made me like
flabbergasted.
Bro, yeah.
Bamboozled.
Yeah, bro, because I never thought of like, why am I doing this? It's always just like,
do it.
I have to. Yeah, I have to do it.
No,
holy fuck.
There's always a why, bro. Because, like, think about it. I worked with my dad for my whole life.
Yeah.
And for me, it was always because we have to put food on the table. But when I saw the inch of opportunity that I didn't need to work the rest of my life here, I was like, why am I here?
Yeah.
You know, there was no why. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go find my why. And little by little, you know, God started directing me in different pathways when I started working out, working in the gym, being a personal trainer. And it leaded all those little paths leaded to where I'm at today, which is high school weight training and PE teacher. Yeah. And not a day goes by where I'm like, fuck, I gotta go to work.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, I'm like, fuck, I gotta wake up because I'm fucking tired and I'm sleepy. Mm-hmm. But that's everybody. You know, I feel like no matter what you're doing in life, when you're asleep and you're comfy in bed, you're not gonna want to wake up.
That's true.
You know, you're just comfortable.
Unless you have that reason too.
But going back to that, like, my why has always been, one, I like fitness. That I like it.
Yeah.
But I love being able to give something and not receive anything in return, but make an impact.
Yeah. Because
that is such a self-reward in itself. Like,
yeah.
Students always ask me, why are you teaching? Like, you could be doing something else. I'm like, because I feel like I see myself in some of these kids where they didn't have that guidance to, you know, push them. And I don't want them to go in the wrong pathway.
Yeah.
I feel like if I can make my part and do my part by helping them find their why as well. You know, I'm not gonna get everybody, but if I can get a few kids
to, big chunk though.
If I can get a few kids to, you know, change trajectory, then that's a big W for me. If what you're doing doesn't scare you, then it's not worth it.
That's true.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get you.
Because if it's not scary, you're not getting yourself out of your comfort zone, and that means you're not pushing yourself beyond your capacity. To grow.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, this whole world's about growing. You know, you want to grow as a person, physically, financially, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, like all of the above. So, yeah, find your why, bro.
Yeah, damn, bro. I got a lot to think about that too. Then, because I don't have a why at work right now. I'm just working to work.
I always ask you, bro. You need to find what you want to do.
Yeah.
You know, and you want to do welding, bro. You need to stop being scared. You know, what if you don't ever like?
It's because the only thing that stops me, bro, realistically, is like I have fucked up eyes, bro, and like I don't want to fuck them up even more. You know, because I know like it's not gonna be like a night and day type of thing. Like it's gonna take a while. It's gonna like a few years, you know. But I'm just like, fuck, dude. Like my eyes are already pretty fucked, and then if I get into welding, like I know they're gonna get even more fucked later on.
Mundo, we're in 2024, bro. Imagine where we're gonna be in 20 years, technology wise. You're gonna have a robot from Elon Musk, and he's gonna operate on you. I'm gonna have that
cyborg guy from Teen Titans.
Exactly, bro. You don't know. They're gonna have the technology to be able to make, you know, nobody's gonna need glasses anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, unless you really want to.
Yeah.
You know, but I feel like you need to stop being scared and live now versus worry about the future.
Yeah.
Because there's always going to be a resolution to something.
Damn, you're right, bro.
You're always going to have a solution. There's always a solution to a problem. God didn't make a problem that couldn't be solved on this planet.
True.
You know? People always thought we would never go to Mars.
Now, yeah.
Well, we have a Mars rover. I'm not sure if people landed in Mars, but
still, I mean, it's close enough.
People don't
right
believe, what's this freaking, the guy that landed on the moon? Neil Armstrong?
Neil Armstrong?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because I think Lance is that biker dude.
Yeah, I don't know. One of the Armstrongs.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to get at, bro, is you need to stop being a bitch. And you need to get into welding, bro.
All right. No, you're right. Okay. I'll get into it, bro, but I got to save up first because I know.
But you're going to get into it.
Yeah, I'll get into it, bro.
There you go. All right.
I just got to save up a couple bucks first.
You got a bunch of witnesses now.
I know, bro. I got
You're all sad. I know.
It's not that I'm sad about it. I was just like, fuck, bro. Like, now I gotta prove all these people wrong. Like, not wrong, but I was like, I fucking did it.
You gotta prove yourself, dude.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what other people think about you at the end of the day. Obviously, you want to be presentable and like certain things, but at the end of the day, do what you want to do, wear what you want to wear.
Yeah.
Be who you want to be. Be who you are as a person.
I'm already there, bro.
So,
like,
then do it. Just do it.
Insert the sound with
the Shia LaBeouf. Cálmate, Transformers.
What a dumbass.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'd be if I didn't get fired from UPS.
Why'd you get fired from UPS?
No, that's something we don't talk about.
It rhymes with anger.
Hey.
It's anger.
Yeah,
it's not. It doesn't rhyme with anger. It's anger.
But yeah, if I didn't get fired from there, I would have never gotten my job at Chevy. I would have never gotten my promotion to be a photographer. I would have never moved to the Washington lot. I would have never became the PDI guy. Like, holy fuck, dude. Like, it does snowball effect.
Chain event?
Yeah, it's a snowball effect.
And guess who's controlling all of it? God.
This guy upstairs.
There you go.
Damn, bro. You're making me like me estás no dejando en blanco. Like, you're making me like realize shit that like I didn't realize on my own.
Yeah.
You're asking, I don't know, bro.
I'm not doing this purposefully, bro.
Some fucking guru.
Everything happens for a reason. Yeah. Like I say, like there's a. I like quoting a lot of things, and it's funny because when I quote things, I always say it like the most butchered and not exactly to how it's said. But there's a thing called the butterfly effect, where like if you were to like. I don't know if it's exactly like this, but this is my version. This is how I interpret it. So if I say it wrong, don't come at me. I don't care. This is my way of saying it. Basically, if you kill a butterfly, there's a chain of events that happen in the future that drastically change the trajectory of your life. And I'm gonna keep saying trajectory until I say it the right way because I'm illiterate. But yeah, what one little thing that you do will impact the rest of your life.
Yeah,
that's called the butterfly effect. At least that's how I interpret it.
It makes sense though,
and that's why I love the movie Back to the Future, because it gives a little detail on that. Like, well, obviously they changed a ton of stuff in the past, and it completely changes the future. Well, they're present.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show the decisions you make now impacts the road that's going to appear for you in the future.
That's true.
But at the end of the day, I like to believe that there's always an end destination that God has planned for you. But there's multiple ways you can lead to that road.
Detours.
And God kind of gives you that leeway on choosing different paths. But at the end of the day, it's going to get you to the point He wants to get you to.
It's like a...
But you choose which pathway you want to take.
Yeah, it's kind of like a... What is it? A maze type of thing?
Kind of.
Right?
Yeah. You can do... It's like a maze, but a maze has only one exit. Well, yeah, there's multiple ways to get through, but
it ultimately has one path.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's crazy.
And there's a lot of blocks in the way.
Yeah.
I like that.
Bro,
I like the maze, bro.
Bro, I never thought about that shit like that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, yeah.
That's what happens when you have a lot of time on your hands. You start thinking.
Oh my god.
With the big thing that's inside your head.
Yeah. The scale. The scale.
The scale. Exactly. Pinche mundo. Ay, Diosito Santo. That's why you're my best friend, bro. Chivato manso.
I know, bro.
All right, I'm gonna hit you with another one.
All right.
Who do you call when you have achieved something of big significance?
Damn. Bro.
If you do call someone,
you're gonna pull on the heartstrings right there.
It's okay. That's what I want to do.
My go-to person whenever I would accomplish something, bro, was my grandma.
Yeah.
That was a person that, like, whenever I did something cool, I'd always go to her, even though she didn't know what the hell was going on. You know, like, un ejemplo, like, just off the top of my head, bro, when I put subwoofers in Cheryl, like, first person I told was my grandma.
Yeah.
She just like peeked outside the door, and I was just like, "Mama, mira."
The little mesh door.
Yeah. And then like in her office chair.
Yeah.
And then she like peeked outside, and then I turned on.
because the door was right there by the driveway. By the driveway, huh?
Yeah. So then like she looked outside and was just like, "Oh, qué bien, hijo," you know.
She didn't even see the inside of the truck.
Yeah, no, she would just know it was there because she obviously hear the fucking bang.
She wanted to, yeah. She just wanted to acknowledge.
Yeah, so that was my go-to, bro. Like, yeah, bro. She was my rock, macizo, bro.
Yeah.
So when she passed, it was just like, fuck, bro. Like, my whole world ended right there. But I think now, bro, it's I don't know. I think it's more of like a self type of thing now. Since no por decir que, like, I don't like tell you, for example, you know, like if I obviously do some cool shit, like when I got my truck, I didn't tell you nothing. I just showed up to your house and I was just like, bro, look, you know. But if I do something, like if I achieve something, like I'll talk to myself. I'll be like, damn, bro, like you fucking did that shit, you know. Like I don't know. It's like little goals, even like big goals too. Like when I bought my truck, bro, like I was giddy, bro. Like when I left.
Yeah, I remember you fucking cheesing all the way to my house probably, and then when I came outside, you were like,
yeah, bro. Like I remember because it was like the first big boy purchase, you know. Like I never thought I was gonna buy a truck from the dealer until I was way older or some shit, you know. But yeah, like I remember like that, for example, when I left, because so the way it happened was I went to the dealer that it was from, and then signed for the paperwork, and then drove back to my job where the truck was, and then that's where I got it. I washed it and everything, you know. It didn't feel real until I left with the truck, and I was just like, bro, holy fuck, like you just bought a truck, dude. Like that was something that I was just like, damn, bro. And I was like, who do I tell? Who can I tell? And I just stayed quiet, and I just drove my truck, and I was just like, well, I don't have to tell her. Like she knows, you know. Like she knew since the beginning that I was gonna get this truck, but then after, like, it was my little like heart to heart type of thing, even though like she's not physically here. Yeah,
she's spiritually.
Yeah,
she's always there. Yeah.
I was just like, oh well, like I gotta tell my friends. Like they gotta see. Like I went from this tiny little chatarrito car to this big ass behemoth of a boat. So yeah, bro. Like I think it just depends on. I think I don't know. Like I think I still do talk to her the most.
Yeah.
And it's weird because I do it self-consciously too, like I guess you could say, because sometimes like I'll just be at work and like a certain song will come on.
Yeah.
And I'll think about her, bro. I'm just like, damn, bro. Like she's been gone for 6 years, I think it's gonna be this year.
Mm-hmm.
And like todavía sale así, like certain music or whatever, or I'll remember certain things, or I'll do something and I'll just be like, damn, dude, like I want to tell my grandma.
Yeah.
Pero ya sabe, you know. So like I'm pretty sure she's like watching right now and be like, oh, like no sé qué chingos es esta madre, pero ahí anda también de metiche.
Mi hijo.
Yeah.
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 No. That's the sad part, bro. Like, I mean, you grew up with your grandma.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my grandma and grandpa from both my parents, they were in Mexico. I mean, all my family's in Mexico, so I only have my immediate brothers and stuff like that. So I can't say like, oh, I feel your pain on that, because, you know, I wasn't raised by my grandparents as close as you were, and I still have both my parents, thank God. I'm grateful for that. But it makes me happy that to hear you talk like that, because I feel like there's a lot of people that don't have that kind of relationship with their grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
But I know you and Nadia had really great relationships with their grandparents. Nadia's grandma is still here.
Yeah.
Not grandma, I'm sorry. Nani. Because she gets pissed off when I call her. She's like, I'm not a grandma. But yeah, her Nani is still alive and she's healthy and everything. And I'm just... It makes me happy to see you guys have those relationships, because I'm like, oh, like... That kind of satisfies my, like, missing. I don't know how to say it. Me missing that kind of connection with my grandparents, because my grandparents were a lot older than probably your guys's, but it's nice to hear, you know. And I'm glad you guys had that relationship, and you know, before you know it, you guys will be together.
Bro. Yeah,
and it's gonna be beautiful.
I know. Like not to get all sad or whatever, but like I remember
I'm already crying.
I know. When I went to, because I'm not a crier, bro. Like it takes a lot for me to cry, like a lot. So when I went to Mexico in February, I think it was, and I visited her grave for the first time since we buried her, bro. Like I felt all kinds of like emotion or whatever, but I couldn't let it out, bro. Like my brothers were both crying, my mom was crying, and I was like, I kept looking at them, and like I was kind of jealous in a way. I was just like, damn, you guys sí pueden llorar y yo no, you know. And what's crazy is that I got that from my grandma, because my grandma tampoco no puede llorar. Like igual que yo, like les salía una lágrima ya, and that was it, you know.
Yeah.
So now like I was sitting there and I'm just like, damn, bro, like I don't want her to look at me and be like, oh, like this motherfucker don't miss me, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure she knows that I do. But
yeah.
that's
Honestly.
just a little off a topic, but
yeah.
But
What part of Mexico are you from?
Durango.
Durango what?
Like the city?
Yeah.
Nombre de Dios. Oh, to be specific. So the rancho is Tezcalillo, and it's in Nombre de Dios.
Nice.
So it's Tezcalillo, Nombre de Dios, Durango.
He told me he was gonna take me to his rancho. He never did. I took him to my rancho.
See, but we haven't gone to my rancho.
Blast.
Oh my god!
But no, I guess never gonna happen. But
Nah. We'll go. I promise, bro. But
I'm just messing with you.
Nah, we'll go though. I promise we'll go. I gotta take everybody, bro. I've been to everybody's rancho except for yours. Well, actually, I haven't been to Jose's or Mario's.
I haven't been to Mara's either, or Jose's, or anybody's. Nobody wants to take me.
Oh my god, I'll take you, bro.
But I'll take everybody else, I guess.
Bro, I promise I'll take you.
Nah, I'm kidding, dude. I'm just being.
It won't be as fun, but
Oh, it'll be fun. Trust me, we'll make it fun.
oh damn, bro.
All we need is some cuetitos and a couple of beers. We're gonna have the time of our life,
bro.
It's alright. It hasn't been the first time, so
Yeah.
in the United States.
Yeah.
Pues sí, güey. Going off that subject, bro. So, would you say your relationship with your parents is a little bit more distant than what you had with your grandparents?
Yeah. Sadly.
And why though?
In my opinion, bro, like don't get me wrong, like I love my mom, like my stepdad too, you know, like they're cool, they take care of me, like I obviously grew up with them.
Yeah.
But I think like I grew more attached to my grandma because I grew up with her more. Like I saw her more hours of the day, I saw her more days of the week. So when I was little, por ejemplo, my mom would have to work at like 5-6 in the morning, whatever it was, right? So I'd get dropped off at like 4 or 5 in the morning and then be there until I had to go to school, and then go to school and then come back to her house again, and then be there from like 3:30, whatever it was, until like 4, 5, 6, whenever mom would get off to pick us up.
Yeah.
And then we'd go home, probably like eat dinner or something, and then go to bed.
Yeah.
You know, so
and then again,
repeat, repeat. So it just became like I spent a lot of time with her, and that's why, because I never call my grandma or abuela or whatever.
You call her ama?
Yeah, I always call her ama, madre, ma, you know, anything like that. So I think that's what it is. Like I grew up with her more, so that's why I grew so attached to her.
Yeah.
Same with my brothers too. You know, like they went through pretty much the same thing I did, and but don't get us wrong. Like we love our parents or whatever, but that's why I feel like we feel that way towards my grandma, grandma and grandpa.
Yeah. I always like to give my 2 cents. Sometimes it's not needed, but what I like to, I see, how I see this is, como dices tú, it's not their fault. It's just the fact that your parents had to work
to
provide for you guys.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's just such a Hispanic thing to do, to be raised by your grandparents if they're around.
Yeah.
Because it lessens the burden. Going back to where I was talking about, use the people around you for help to make your life easier.
Yeah.
Because why would you make your life harder by trying to, you know,
hire somebody you
don't know, or work, instead of working during the day, like work at like
at night,
midnight or whatever. Like, just
I got you.
all these different scenarios. It's just a matter of, it's the best that they could do with the options that they had, and who better to raise you than the person that raised you?
That's true.
You know, like if they came out good, why wouldn't you come out good either?
Yeah.
So, and I mean, you came out a little okay, but
I started hanging out with you. That's why.
Oh, whatever. You're not. I'm just playing. But no, I feel like that's just something that happens a lot in our community. Being raised by your grandparents, it's a big thing. And I'm not saying like, oh, go drop off your kids to your grandma and grandpa and, you know, go have fun. That's a different purpose.
It's not about that. Yeah.
It's not about that.
Yeah.
It's not about abusing that thing. It's you having to provide for your kids, for your family, to provide a roof over your kids' house, food on the table. And if you need somebody to take care of your kids, who better than to drop them off than your grandparents?
Yeah.
But it sucks that some people don't have that option, and they do have to use daycare or a nanny. And sometimes the kids are being raised by complete strangers. Yeah. Obviously, you know, the background checks and all that stuff, but nonetheless, it's people that aren't really family. Or sometimes there's family members that aren't really good. What's the word?
A good option.
They're not good role models.
Oh yeah.
For the kids. So
yeah, or they'll be teaching them bad shit.
Yeah.
Too.
So that's the thing. It's not something to be ashamed of. It's not something to look back and be like, why didn't my mom and dad raise me?
Yeah.
Why didn't they take care of me? Why did they always drop me off at my grandparents' house?
Yeah, and
it's not that. It's just you gotta like open your eyes and realize like that was the best option they could do to be able to give you what you have now.
Yeah,
so
that's exactly what I was gonna say, bro. I was just like it's what they could give you in the moment, you know. Mm-hmm. Like it was in their best it was in their best interest for you.
Yeah.
So I think you have a good point on that, bro. Like, because going back onto what you said about like a complete stranger or whatever, like sometimes that stranger like takes care of you and they become family. Yeah. Like the eventually, like some people be like, oh, that's my tío. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, who's his brother or who's he related to? Like nobody. Mm-hmm. It just kind of became
your tío. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I get what you mean on that. So.
No, yeah, and then I never went through that because my family, you know, have their own business, their own pallet company business, but. There was a point when I was in elementary school that my mom wasn't working here with the family.
Really?
My dad didn't let her because it was too like a hazard job.
Yeah.
But my mom, being a boss that she is, she was like, all right, if you're not going to give me a job, I'm going to go get a job.
Damn, I didn't know that.
But also not that. We needed the money. But my dad was like, no, like, I'm not going to give you a job here because like it's too dangerous. Yeah. And my mom was like, well, I need to do something. So then she would sell tamales. She would do all these like food things, like make food, comidas and stuff like that. But it obviously wasn't paying enough to where it amounted to a normal job. And for a while, I wouldn't see her until the nighttime because she would work at a warehouse at PetSmart, a PetSmart warehouse.
Really?
Yeah. And it's like on 79th Avenue and the Roosevelt.
Yeah.
I don't know if you see PetSmart on the
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
Yeah, she used to work at that PetSmart.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Damn,
So
I'm learning a bunch of shit about this motherfucker.
so she would work at that PetSmart, bro, and she would work from like 4 in the morning to like 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
God
or
damn.
or sometimes it was 6 to 4 or no, from 6 in the afternoon to like 8 o'clock at night. So I would see her at like nighttime. She would come home and make dinner for us, and then that's it. Like that's all. And it didn't last that long because I don't know what happened. They were cutting people. Like she got hired because she knew somebody that worked there.
Yeah.
And then immediately like they cut a lot of people. They were like firing people.
Layoffs and shit, yeah.
So and this was around like the 2008 crash and stuff. So obviously it makes sense. And then after that, you know, my dad had an investment property, which at that time like he bought it high, and it was right before the 2008 crash.
Yeah.
So then when the market crashed, he owed like 6 or 7 times more than what the house was actually worth.
Damn.
So then my dad was like, fuck this. He fucking went through bankruptcy and like foreclosed the house and like all kinds of crazy shit. Luckily, he got to keep the house.
Yeah.
I don't know how he did it. I don't know too much about that, but he did. That's what my family had went through in that time. And at the same time, Agustin was in the army. So like it was just my this is where like childhood traumas and stuff like that come into play.
Jumble.
So my mom ended up getting another job at a panaderia place, like not panaderia, but like a bakery place.
Oh yeah.
And it's by, you remember Samurai Sam's on 59th Avenue, almost by the 202.
Oh yeah.
On Buckeye.
Yeah.
So there's a warehouse right there. I think I told you about that one. She used to work there, but she would work. I think she'd start work at 4 in the afternoon, and she wouldn't get out till like 3 in the morning. Yeah.
For
so
real?
I would never see my mom.
How long did that last?
Like a year or so.
Damn, bro. I feel like that year was eternal though.
Yeah, it was a long time, and it sucked because, you know, I at that age I knew a little bit about finances and stuff, but emotions take over everything. So I was like, why does my mom have to work? Why did it like you know? It didn't make sense.
You're a kid, yeah.
So I was like, fuck, dude, like. And then now I think about it, I'm like, damn, dude, mom. And I remember my mom, she would have to wear all white, and her shirts were always like dirty from like the bread and stuff. So it was just like, I hated seeing that so much. So it's like, now I'm like, I got to get to a point where, you know, I never have to see anybody in my family do that ever again. Yeah. So, yeah, it sucks. You know, like, and we didn't need a nanny. We didn't need somebody to take care of us because we were kind of raised in a way where, like, we took care of ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, like, since my dad would work here, technically we had some supervision, but my dad would, if we were like abducted from the house, and he wouldn't know until he's done working, which would be like a few hours later.
Yeah.
So it's like we had to make our own food. We had to like wash dishes, clean, like do all that stuff at a young age too, because we didn't have anybody to take care of us. My dad wasn't gonna do all that. My dad's like machismo, like he does the work and that's it. Like food has to be on the table, clothes have to be clean, house has to be clean, like typical like ranchero, you know,
old school stuff. Yeah,
which I don't agree on that right now, but like it's just how it was. And so
that was the norm back then.
And then since my mom was working, my dad would tell us like, oh, like we would do our work outside in the yard, and then he'd be like, all right, go inside, you're gonna do this and that. So we would clean the house and stuff like that.
Oh, he would make you guys do it?
Yeah, we would clean the house.
Well, I mean, at least he didn't make your mom do that shit too.
Yeah, because she would come home at 4 in the morning.
Yeah, well, yeah.
She would come home at 4 in the morning. She would come home, make the breakfast for that morning.
Yeah.
She would shower, eat, go to sleep, wake up like around 1 or 2 in the afternoon, and go back to work.
Fuck, bro.
Dude, it was. I can only imagine, dude, what she went through.
Yeah.
It's such like probably the shittiest hours to work. It's the fucking, what do you call it, graveyard shift?
Yeah, I think it's graveyard.
But in that time, it was the only job she can get, you know? And my dad didn't want to give her. Well, I think it ties into the point that my dad didn't want to give her a job, but also there wasn't enough money in the business
to give
her a job. So, like, he didn't want her to work for no reason.
Yeah, so it was like was it? Navaja de doble filo type of thing.
Yeah.
So either way, it was...
Life by a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a little bit of my background.
Damn, bro. So at that time you were like what, 11?
I don't even know, bro. I can't do math.
You said like 2008,
2008,
right?
2007, yeah,
So
around.
8,
So
9, 10, 11. Yeah, so
three,
like 11.
3 plus 8, 12,
11, 12, somewhere.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah. Tell you that with all the other traumas that you know about.
Yeah.
When I grew up.
Yeah.
It was rough, bro.
Damn, bro. That's wild.
And that's why I always say, like, I used to blame God for all kinds of stuff that happened in my life because you're so young, you don't understand why things are happening. You know, you don't have the wisdom. And I didn't have anybody to guide me. I didn't have anybody to tell me, you know, everything's going to be okay. Just this is how it's going to be for now.
Yeah.
But things are going to get better. There's so much shit that I can think of in the past that's not positive.
Yeah.
But I can't blame anybody at this time. Like, it's just life. You know, shit happens, and there's another phrase.
Nah, that's cool, bro.
There's another phrase. It's and I really like this one. I've been seeing it a lot lately on my like Instagram and stuff. It's your worst days are somebody's best days.
Oh.
Point blank.
Holy fuck.
Let me say that again. Your worst days are somebody's best days.
Bro, put that shit right here in subtitles so they can see that shit too.
Like a newscast.
Yeah.
But for real though, like,
damn,
going back, crazy. Like, no matter what, dude, all that shit that we went through, we didn't lose our house. We didn't have to go homeless. We didn't have to sleep in a car. I've never slept in a car. Like, I had to. Like, if I had to, like, I didn't have to. Like, we always had a home.
Yeah.
You know, I lived in the same fucking house all my life. And it's stuff that I was never grateful for, but looking back now, I'm like, dude, at least we had a home. We never went a day without food.
Yeah.
Like, those two alone, like, those are the biggest things. We had water.
Survive, bro.
We had running water. There's times electricity bill would, like, shut down for, like, a few hours, but then my dad would pay that shit, and I'd be like, boom, back on. So it's like, we had all the essentials. We were living a luxury life, which most people take for granted. Having all those things, running water, a home, air conditioning or heater, food, a bed, clothes, multiple shoes to wear.
Yeah.
Like, I can just keep going.
It's little things that we take
Those
for
are
granted.
all not day-to-day things. Those are luxury items. Go to a lot of these other countries, they don't have that shit.
I was just about to say that shit, bro.
And I hate to be that guy, dude, that is like, oh, you know, kids in Mexico don't have shoes, or kids in Africa don't have this.
But it's true.
Or like, but yeah, it's true, dude. Like, you gotta stop fucking being a negative person and stop. Yeah, obviously you're gonna have negative thoughts sometimes and like be upset. But you gotta like quickly react and stop being so hard on yourself for not having certain things. Because at the end of the day, you have way more than, I would say, 80% of the people on this planet.
Yeah.
You know? Especially if you have family. Especially if you have those things that I just listed. Home, food.
Yeah.
Like, we have more than what we can do. We have more than what we can do with our lives.
Yeah.
We just choose to ignore it and just keep asking for more. So, it's just learning to be grateful, bro.
Yeah. Like, going back to that point, bro, like, in other countries, like, when you go to Mexico, like, when I was younger, like, I thought I was cool as fuck because I had a bunch of shoes, you know? Like, I remember taking a bag of shoes to Mexico. Yeah. And, like, my tia over there, she'd be like, oh, honey, like, you have a lot of shoes. Like, oh, yeah, like, there's only half of them. Yeah. And she'd be like, it's only half?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, like...
Fuck.
Yeah, and then, like, she'd be like, oh, well, I only have 3 pairs of shoes. Like, church shoes, my everyday shoes.
And work shoes. Yeah.
And sometimes work shoes and church shoes are the same shit. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, in that moment, like, you
or your everyday shoes or the church shoes.
Yeah.
And
like,
then the work shoes are work shoes.
Yeah, like, in the moment, you don't realize that shit. But, like, look, like you said, like, looking back, you're just like, holy fuck, dude. Like, like, the little shit like that, you do take it, like, for granted.
Yes.
Fuck, dude. Like,
it's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
And sometimes you do it, like, you don't do it on purpose.
Sin saber.
Like, you just do it sin saber. And, like, I would do the same thing when I would go to Mexico. Like, I'd bring I would want to bring my whole fucking wardrobe.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna wear, you know.
Yeah.
But now that I'm older, like, I'll take like some normal shoes, like Dunks or something. Last time I took my Dunks, and boots. Just those two. Yeah.
And sometimes it's only the boots that come
Sometimes, yeah. And sometimes it's just the boots that you wear.
Yeah.
Because it's a rancho. But, and then I'll wear like my 4 pairs of jeans. And that's it. Like,
yeah.
You can wash them. You can do like all these things. Because at the end of the day, like, I don't want to go, like, I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh, I have a wardrobe of, I have 20 pairs of Levi's and all this other stuff. But
yeah.
The last thing I want, since all my family's in Mexico, the last thing I want them to do is feel less of a human than me, because I have more than them.
Yeah.
Because I know damn well if the roles were reversed, they'd be in a better situation. Like, I hate when people say, oh, like, just because you live in the United States doesn't mean you can have more opportunity. There's more opportunity in other countries as well.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, but how hard is it to go from Mexico to China? Or how hard is it to go from, Mexico to, like, Europe?
Yeah.
You can't go to those other countries. The only place they can go to is the United States. Legally, but
yeah.
freaking with the visa, you can go other places. But I'm just saying, if the roles were reversed, I know my family in Mexico would prosper more over here than they would over there.
Yeah.
And it just sucks that my dad had to make the sacrifice of leaving his entire family with the possibility of never seeing them ever again to give his kids
a better life. Yeah.
And I thank him for that decision. It's just, there's so much to take away from the things that you don't ask. That's why I said, if you don't ask, you're not going to know.
Yeah.
And it's better to ask questions, because then you realize things.
Yeah.
Things that you probably would significantly impact your life. So.
Interesting. Yeah.
Damn. Tribulations.
You made me think.
Tribulations.
Yeah. You made me think a lot today, bro.
Yeah.
Like, not like in a bad way. It was just like, not think, but like realize. I'm like, holy fuck, bro. Like, I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm gonna call this segment Stories, bro.
Stories.
Las leyendas de la... what? Las leyendas del mundo de Ricardo.
Hey.
Not even our legends and shit.
I know.
No, but yeah. But yeah, bro. That's it, bro. That's all I wanted to uncover today.
Yeah. No, pues estuvo bien.
Así pasa cuando sucede.
Así pasa cuando sucede y sucede cuando pasa.
Hashtag José. Hashtag,
hashtag
afugerado.
Hashtag afugerado. Hashtag Pepe. Hashtag el
Peso Pluma.
Hey.
Puma Plaza.
Bro, I haven't seen that motherfucker in a long time.
No, se esconde.
I know.
He's too busy being married, bro.
Yeah.
That's gonna be me soon.
I know. I'm gonna stop. Bro, eventually I'm not gonna hang out with any of you guys.
Nah. When I get my house next year, I'm putting that out there. When I get my house next year,
Primeramente Dios.
primeramente Dios. Con el favor de Dios.
Con el favor de Dios.
Bueno. All right, guys. So that's all we have for you guys today. Dolor por Amor Podcast. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, bell notifications. We try to post every Wednesday, every other Wednesday, but they're always going to be on Wednesdays, 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Mountain Standard Time, a.k.a. Arizona Phoenix Time.
Damn, real hyper specific.
Hey, people gotta know, man. We got fans from California. We got fans from New York City, Hong Kong, China. Ohio gozaimasu. I think that means good morning.
¿Cómo?
Ohio gozaimasu.
Ohio, huh? No, I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna fucking try, bro.
Bro, my brother took Japanese for 2 years in high school.
Which one?
Nicholas.
Yeah,
obviously.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
All right, guys. Dolor por Amor Podcast number 6 in the books. Thank you guys for watching. Again, like, comment, subscribe. If you guys don't follow us on Instagram, Dolor por Amor Podcast. TikTok, Dolor por Amor Podcast. Obviously, YouTube, Dolor por Amor Podcast.
Yeah.
Bell notifications. It's going to be up every Wednesday, possibly every other Wednesday. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in again. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Peace.